Did see a Nintendo Switch 2 rumor right here that I wanted to touch on, but when you're starting to get into this thing of these journalists moving goalposts and stuff, you really want to be careful of what you're posting. Now, this one comes from VGC, which is Video Games Chronicle, and it's talking about a reported Nintendo Switch release date that might be releasing later than what's expected. So there has been rumors of the Nintendo Switch 2 coming out in 2024. I think the rumor was September 2024, but now this new report is claiming otherwise. If it was coming out September 2024, then that falls in line with the rumors of it being revealed in March at a Nintendo Direct. I think that would be plenty of time. Now, again, I'm going to preface this because I'm not an insider. I don't have inside sources. Anytime that I talk about a rumor or news or a speculation, it's me reading something that somebody's saying they have sources for themselves and stuff like that. I'm not the gaming journalist. I'm the one giving my opinion and thought on the rumor that we're reading, that we're talking about. And yeah, they're probably going to be wrong. Let's face it here. If anything, any indication happened with the month of February, they were wrong about everything. The only thing that was right was that Hi-Fi Rush and Permanent and Sea of Thieves are coming to PlayStation. That's the only thing that was right. So yeah, they're saying that it's going to be pushed back to later in 2025, which I honestly was expecting that. I think over the last few months, there's obviously been an uptick scale in rumors, which we got to be careful, especially when it's involving the Nintendo Switch 2, which you remember a couple years ago, there's people talking about a Switch Pro and all this shit, and then an OLED Switch came out, and just, you're going to be wrong 50-50, right? Now, the consensus, Bloomberg and all them, they've come up with some tech specs that we've seen that it's going to be having minor upgrades in performance. That's just going to be an iteration with little updates. There's supposed to be a increase of price just a little bit. I think $400, $450. It's supposed to have like an 8-inch LCD screen. They're not having an OLED screen. So that's the common stuff that places like even Bloomberg are doing that. When you see like mainstream media talking about this stuff, there's certain things like I'm more lenient to believe like a tech spec leak than I am to believe like a Nintendo Direct leak. Like there's different levels of rumors, you know what I mean? Like if somebody is writing a report of, hey, the next console is supposed to have these features on it, that to me seems a little bit more believable than saying, hey, Ocarina of Time remake's coming out. You know, and this is the release date, and blah blah blah, or even if you're talking about just Switch 2, oh, the Switch 2 is going to come out or be announced this day. Like I tend to believe more factual like stats and specs and things like that. But the rumor was it was supposed to be dropping fall 2024. September was a date that I saw. Supposedly, there's new information that's coming out that they're working on Switch 2 games that are planned for release in early 2025. I don't know. There's no proof that that's... when you hear this stuff, those could just be placeholder dates. Game releases get moved around all the time. Look at Metroid Prime 4. Titles could be finished. But if a console's not ready, they're not going to come out. That just would be launch titles. So let's say somebody's developing a game for a console. The console's not ready until 6 months later. Those games will be finished and ready to go when the console's ready to be launched, right? Because there's still dev kits. There's still other things like that. I don't think that when you look at fiscal years and stuff like that, I don't know if it would be wise to release something like a new console for Nintendo at the end of the year. I know Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 came out in November, but Nintendo's fiscal year does run from, I think, to April 20. It bleeds over into the year like spring 2025. So I don't know. I don't know. Why they would push it back, I think maybe only if it was because they're not ready for the Switch 2 to come out. Again, we still don't know shit. We don't know anything. I think I'm inclined to believe that if we don't see a Nintendo Direct this month, that the next one will be in March. And if the one in March doesn't have anything about the Switch 2, don't believe any of the rumors then going up to that point. Like, my cutoff date with anything as far as the Switch 2 being leaked or come out with a release date is March. I'm stopping it right there. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be making videos about it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to talk and have discussion pieces about it. But as far as me personally believing any kind of insiders or any kind of credible sources, I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm holding off on that until I get confirmation. I'll still have fun discussing it and talking about it. But definitely, if it's any kind of leak, any kind of rumor, you have to just sit back and take it for what it is. And that's something that we have to remember, especially after this whole Xbox fiasco and everything that's gone on with that. So, in my opinion, if there's no Nintendo Direct in March, or if there is a Nintendo Direct in March, I mean, if there's, regardless of what, if nothing about the Switch 2 comes out in March, it ain't coming out this year, in my opinion. Because why would you wait so late to announce something? Like, to me, March would be the perfect window to announce that. And I feel that in a small way, Nintendo would be cannibalizing themselves, because there's still a huge consumer base of Switch owners. If you look at how many units were sold for the Switch, how many games are sold, there's still a huge amount of people there. So it would be dumb for them to just cannibalize themselves by announcing a new console. And what about the people that just bought a Switch for Christmas right now? You know what I mean? Like, I would be pissed. I'd be like, dude, I just bought a Nintendo Switch, and you're over here making the next console? It better goddamn well have backwards compatibility, or they're going to piss everybody the fuck off on that.